I spend my Mondays like Fridays. I spend my Fridays in a box with my heart and my whining. I put my pines on pedestals instead of keeping them grounded. What's that mountain to nothing? Let's make something from nada. Let's go to Gucci and Prada. Set the buildings on fire. Screaming death to designer while we listen to ponder. I'm on a grown man, baby face, kind of a tantrum. Spreading like cancer did. And my father's skeleton. Damn, but I ain't sad that he gone while I'm crying to help with him. I ain't good at embellishing, I'm more better with medicine than a spoonful of sugar. Watching everything go down, that's a long way. Pray that I never see the ground. A long day, I swear there's a better me around. Just gotta grab it, this is magic. This is switch from lost and found. Make my baggage do a backflip, stick the land and hit the town. With my homie smoking spliffs until our lungs burst. We some songbirds who made our way out of the cage. We all some dumb nerds, probably should get to acting our age. But where's the fun in that? We going fishing for dreams we kept intact. Skipping plans, playing hooky on school days. You make your place in the world, don't let them try to tell you otherwise. This is it. Life's like a party out with Pennywise. That's a stroke of my ego out the tip of a fountain. Pen me in, swear to God I love a box spray collar. Come around the mountain, I'ma run straight through it. This be some grave Buick music like yeah.
What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy Earth Mac, the mad scientist, and I have Vivo with me. She's out here in the building, and this is OrangePhoenix show. What's going on, Vivo? What is that you drinking, man?
Founders Mortal Bloom Hazy IPA. It is
That's a
delicious.
shameless plug. We are not sponsored by them. You know, one day we will. One day we will be. Might be sponsored by them. Is that good though?
Yes.
Okay.
I've been getting more into trying IPAs because we have I guess we have distilleries around my area. This Founders is actually located in Grand Rapids, which is about an hour away from here. But they have some really cool stuff. This one is citrusy and tropical notes, but my favorite by them, I think, is I want to say it's the Rubaeus, and it's like raspberry.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They also make like a nitro version of it, which is really smooth, and it's the best thing ever. But I don't think that you can actually get the nitro version like in stores. I think you can only get it at the distillery.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try that
or
out.
The brewery, or whatever you call them.
And speaking of drinking and stuff, last night we recorded our second Patreon only show for the $15 tier guys and gals. They're myself, Alvin, and Boogie Blends. And Boogie was in a ranch where he lives on a farm, basically, and horses is like running like behind like, oh, this some rich stuff right here, man. Like, okay, this is what you're doing out here. You just showing off. He like, yeah, this is. I forgot what he named the horses, but you know, all the horses got names. He said, "Nah, you know, these are my wife's horses." So like, oh, you married up? Like it was no escaping. It was no escaping that. Like, you know, you lucky guy. But he is definitely a newlywed though. I will say maybe 2 weeks removed. So he's newlywed, living on a farm, having the time of his life. So we had a good time last night, and we talked about some new Netflix shows, movies that are on Netflix. Like Godzilla -1 is actually on Netflix right now. Hajime no Ippo is actually on Netflix now.
Wait, like the original, or did they do a remake?
The OG is on there. All the episodes. The fighting is there. The rising is not, but still yet though. So people that's not familiar with Hajime no Ippo or don't have Crunchyroll, then they can get introduced to Hajime no Ippo that way. You know, Overlord is there. I think a new season of Haikyuu is there. And obviously what we're going to cover, Delicious in Dungeon, which I don't know how.
You know, they added Hell's Paradise too, I saw.
Yeah, they added Hell's Paradise. I was like, this is crazy. What is happening?
I don't know, but Netflix is stepping its game up.
Like, easily, like, okay, do I really need Crunchyroll right now? Because
right.
You know, they're putting out some hotness right now. So, also, we are now live on Twitter as well. So we're not only on YouTube, we are actually live on Twitter as of today. So go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter as well. It is at OrangePhoenix Podcast. That's basically what that is. And you can follow us, and we will be tweeting a whole lot more. So we just not getting into the X space. Speaking of which, they put out a new rule that porn can freely frolic.
I was just about to mention that, but you beat me to it. It's so funny seeing people's reactions because they were like, hasn't it already been doing what it's been doing for like years now? Yeah. Listen, I don't usually get on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I usually am not on there. And there's good reason. Mm-hmm. Because once or twice when I opened up my news feed and was just scrolling, I saw some things that I did not want to see, nor did I think that I would see such things. And I was like, well, that's enough of that, and closed it out immediately and never looked back.
If you really pay attention, Facebook is slowly getting there. I was like, listen, I'm snitching, especially on Facebook. I done went to Facebook jail at least 3 times for something from like 3 or 4 years ago. And today, see, they sneaky with it. See, they'll put a picture of like a position, you know, this said females in, but they put a little emoji on top of that particular scene, and the actual link to it is in the comments. And I was like, yo, I'm still snitching because y'all put me in jail 3 times for something for like 4 years ago. And it's like, oh, well, you know, you threatened someone or whatever. I'm like, I didn't threaten anybody. I just, you know, I was just making an expression or whatever. And it's kind of like, oh, you know, this person kicked this person's ass and stuff like that. Oh, you issued a threat.
Basically.
Facebook jail.
Yeah. Going to jail. I've seen other creators complain about them being banned and stuff, and their posts being censored because of certain language. It's not even the language, it's like certain words that cause the bots or whatever to flag it. Like you can't. So that's why, well, part of the reason, like when you're scrolling on TikTok or even Reels or whatever, when people are trying to talk about certain topics, they have to use emojis or they have to like censor a regular word, which makes absolutely no sense because what happened to freedom of speech? But okay.
Yeah, and even with like Facebook, at one point in time, we was doing like a multi-live cast, right? It was us on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook in the Facebook group page, our Geek Corner page. So if you want to visit our Geek Corner page, it's in our description below. But we was actually running live shows on Facebook Live as well. But I think, you know, with StreamYard, you know, some new rule hit. And it's like we can no longer do the live shows unless it's like a live feed. So, but I'll always put the link in the Geek Corner for the Geek Corner fans, and also for the Patreon subscribers. So I always advertise this. We have 3 different tiers, and it's a $1 tier to just a donation, basically, and there's a $5 tier. The $5 tier gives you every other month access to Orange Phoenix magazine, the online edition, which a new edition will be dropping this month. And the months that there is not a magazine, you automatically enter into this drawing. So anything that we find at conventions or anything that we have that is like in box or anything, just anything that of value, something that we know that you will like, you get entered into a drawing. And if you win, we'll mail that out to you. So now for the $15 tier, folks, they have access to every single issue of our magazine. So not just the current ones. So the current ones and the past ones. And we posted 2 videos that would never air on YouTube to that $15 tier. So they have access to the Orange Phoenix staff as we record our shows, and then we, you know, put our recording in the $15 tier for, you know, the $15 tier fans. But also here, we do 3 shows a week, and it helps us out a lot when we do live shows. When you hit that like button and you comment and have a conversation and you share our videos, our live feeds with the masses. So we can keep doing what we're doing and put out bigger and better content. So, but today, Vivo, this is Vivo's pick here. This ain't my pick. I can't even take credit for this pick. So we're gonna do our anime recap. Obviously, we're gonna do Go Loser Ranger, which was fans' choice, and Kaiju number 8, which is also fans' choice. But Vivo made her choice, and it is the OrangePhoenix choice, and the Delicious in Dungeon, which is on the thumbnail. And I'm hungry, but we are going to jump into Delicious in Dungeon, man. So, how did you come across this, Vivo?
I've seen clips of it. I've heard people talking about it. I just never got around to watching it at first. But after seeing enough clips of it, I was like, oh, this is actually going to be very interesting. So, never have I. Well, I can't say that. When I was watching Bartender Glass of God, I was like, oh, I need snacks. I definitely need snacks while I watch this.
Yeah.
This is definitely another one of those anime. Granted, they are eating dungeon monsters, but the recipes.
Oh man. Oh man.
Like, would I eat a dungeon mushroom? Sure would.
Listen, I got a list. There's a list of food that I saw. Like, I looked this stuff up. Right? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look this stuff for the masses here. So they got a list of characters here, and basically
Laios.
Yep.
Marcel, Chilchuk, and Senshi are our main party members. They are currently on the hunt to save their missing party member, which is Laos's sister, Falin. And so they are basically traversing this dungeon, which apparently can be built. Like, it's possible in this world for people to artificially create dungeons. And this particular dungeon was supposedly created by the Mad Mage. Wait, I don't want to. You're halfway through it, right?
Yes, I'm episode 1 through 10, and I watched the extra 2 episodes. So I actually finished the last 2 episodes. It's 23 episodes so far, and it's going to be 24 episodes for the season. But we're both on the same page. So I'm actually at 12, where they actually saved Falin from the Red Dragon. So, well, I can't really call it saved, but whatever. The funny thing about this anime is that it's pretty relaxing, but I'm waiting for the ball to drop, though, because I feel like there's a point in time where it's going to take a hard left. I'm a little apprehensive. And because in our experience with anime, in your experience with Anime Geek Corner members, and you can comment, like, what anime have you watched that got you in such a good mood, and then there's one episode that just turns it over and it just goes really, really dark. So, but basically, what you about to say?
Wait. So you watched up to episode 12 then, because if they saved Falin, she's back, right? That's where you stopped. Okay, so episode 13 is when that ball drops.
So I literally
it starts like you're dribbling it, and it starts.
Wow. And
you
13
right
will be
before.
13 will be the fitting number, and where the ball drops. Okay.
I mean,
about it.
Well, I shouldn't say. So episode 13 is when stuff starts to go sideways. When you get to about episode 17, that's when it really drops.
Okay. That's when it really dropped. Okay. I can see that. Now, with these party members, Geek Corner members, everybody have their own special talents. Like Laios is
Fighter
your
type.
basic knight type character, and Chilchuck is your pickpocket. He can, figure out traps, and he's the guy that you want in your party. Senshi is the new member.
Yeah. Chilchuck primarily is not a fighter at all. He primarily specializes in disarming traps and other things of that nature. He's also really good at discerning enemies' weak points. But he's not a frontline fighter. He's also what they call a half-foot. I think the closest thing that I could describe him as is being, well, I wouldn't even say that he's like close to being a hobbit, because I feel like he's bigger than a hobbit.
Yeah.
They call them half-foots because they reach their full height at half of what a regular human would be. And regular humans they call tall men.
Okay.
And then, of course, Marcel is going to be the elf, and Senshi is a dwarf.
Okay, that makes sense now. I'm like, why do they keep calling him a half-foot? Like, he's like a human to me. I'm like,
yeah, he's an actual, like, he's a distinct race.
Okay, now that makes perfect sense. So, Senshi, I enjoy Senshi a lot. Like, I think he's probably my favorite character, honestly, because he's so emotionless, but you can't really see his face because he got this long beard and his eyes is like bubble eyes. So, so his facial expression is always the same. But he drops some knowledge on the party where, like, listen, man, I've been in this dungeon forever and a day, and I've been eating these monsters. And Marcel, listen, Marcel is so stressed out every single time. Every time. And Laios was always curious about eating monsters anyway. He has a guidebook on like certain anatomy of monsters and stuff. So
once he and Senshi joined forces,
it was a mess.
He went off the deep end, and Marcel and Chilchuck were just like,
like, yo, we don't need this kind of. We don't need, and what's funny about it is because, like, in the beginning, like the first episode, you see Fallon being eaten by a red dragon, and it was like, oh man, this is dark. So it already got you by attention. I wouldn't say they made light of it, but they're broke, and they got to figure out a way to get food and money and stuff like that. And this is not like a isekai, like this is actually in the world. So once you enter this dungeon, I feel like, well, it was said that there was rules, right? So
yeah. So I think, yes, she got eaten by a dragon, and yes, there was a certain sense of urgency for them to get to her. But as you watch through the episodes, they spent most of that time, well, they were defeating monsters, but also eating real good.
Easily.
But there are definitely specific rules to the dungeon. One being that there is some kind of curse or spell of immortality. Well, not necessarily immortality, but essentially, I think Marcel explains it that whoever created the dungeon made it so that normally when the body breaks, the soul is released, and normally when you're not able to put the body back together once it's broken, meaning you die. But in this particular dungeon, whoever created it, i.e. the Mad Mage, made it so that the soul is permanently tethered to the body while it's in the dungeon, which is why spells of revival work. Or spells of revival, resurrection, work to basically, resurrect dead party members. So long as they die in the dungeon, they can be, so long as they die in the dungeon and their body isn't completely destroyed, they can be taken to, like, I believe the revival office or whatever and be revived. Or if you have a mage in your body or in your party that knows revival spells, then they can be revived and basically all the damage reversed. Because your soul hasn't necessarily your soul is permanently tethered to your body.
And with that, there's in this dungeon there are floors. So you got like the beginning floor, and there's like towns and stuff. Like there's place you could just like buy different items, food, or whatever the case may be. One of my other favorite episodes is like the orcs. Like the orcs, like we're gonna kill them. And it's just like dead set on that. Like, like
Marcia was going head to head with
she did.
She was like, he was telling his son the story, and she was under her breath was like, well, if y'all didn't constantly pillage and kill everybody, there would be no reason for us to hate you. I was like, Marcel, calm down.
Oh, she was going off. Like as a semi-prisoner, and she was like, he's like, yeah, but you're killing. Like, you're doing it right now. Like, how's that any different? Like, why are we paying for this? I was like, are they having like a conversation? Because for me, for like how I interpreted that conversation, I felt like they were talking about racism and all kinds of stuff, and they were like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was like, and then they took a break. They
took multiple breaks. They would get each other so riled up they would step.
Like, meanwhile,
they would go to their corners.
Cinchi's in the middle, like, all right, man, you're all right. Hey, beat that bread over there, man. We're gonna make some bread over here. The one thing I did like about this, though, every single episode so far is like a cooking instruction by the end of it. Like the last 10 minutes, like essentially like, all right, here's what we're doing. Put a little flour here, add some salt, that way it won't explode. Take the poison out. Like, he always do these weird things, and then like as you watch the show, it gives you the name of the dish by the time it's finished. Yep.
And then they show the dish, and you're like, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, it is.
I'm about to order some ramen tonight. As a matter of fact, now that we've been talking about this.
See, this is worse than this is around the same lines of Food Wars.
Yeah, I haven't watched Food Wars. Toriko, yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of mixed between that. So, like, the first recipe that we come across was used scorpion and walking mushroom hot pot. So, and it sounds disgusting on paper, but when you see it, you was like, wow, because the scorpion looks like lobster meat.
It does, which makes me wonder what real scorpions, like, do they have meat like that?
See, make you curious. There's man-eating plant tarts, which Marcel ate, by the way, and she loved every bit of it. There's,
I like how they, like, in some of the dishes that they made,
they
didn't tell her, like, what was in them, and they just let her eat.
Yeah.
Wait, did you see? Was the episode with the fishmen? Did you see that one?
Yeah. But Laios got sick.
Yeah, because he ate the parasite because he's stupid.
Yeah.
He was like, I wonder what this would taste like raw. And they were looking at him like, why would you do that? No, because, like, apparently Chilchuck was the one that started going off on him because Chilchuck knew what he did. Because apparently the fishmen have their young, like the eggs of their young, they keep them in the algae on that's their hair.
Yeah.
And Chilchuck was like, we're not eating fishmen, because Laos they defeated one and he really wanted to eat them. And Chilchuck was like, no, absolutely not. We are not eating humanoid dungeon monsters. No. So Laos was like all sulking about it, but then he was like, oh, well, I got some seaweed. And so he put the seaweed in the recipe or whatever. And they were all eating, and they're like, what's that popping sensation? Well, Laos had taken the hair from the fishman that housed all of the baby eggs and stuff. And so they were basically eating fishman babies. But they didn't tell Marcel that, because she probably would have exploded all of them. Yes,
she probably would. Like, when she hit that stun, so there's like treasure insects. So it's like coins. It basically looks like gold coins, but if you flip them over, or if you pull it,
they got legs.
They got legs, right? And she freaked out, and then she hit that stun, and everybody, the whole party got stunned. It was like, and then Cinchi came too, and he was like, "Yeah, so we're gonna put in the pot and we're gonna separate these." And he's like, "Well, wait a minute, what are you gonna do with these? Oh, you can toss them." As soon as they tossed them over, I'm like, it was treasure. And like, you say this now?
They were like, "Well, why are we tossing this? Why are we tossing this? Oh, you don't want to eat real coins." They were so angry, and it was a good sack full of them.
That was enough for buy armor, food,
Everything,
all kinds of shit.
everything.
And it was like, they just tossed this thing into the abyss. like, you don't eat real coins. What? What's wrong with you? And he's so calm about it too. He's like, that's the thing I like about Cinchi. Like, nothing. I haven't seen him like pissed off or upset about anything. He's just so calm and relaxed, and like even killed, even when he's delivering bad news. Oh, well, seemed like you ate a live parasite. Typically, that's what happens with fishman eggs, and there's parasites there. I was like,
they were like, just sleep it off.
Yeah, you'll be all right. There's another one called Mandrake Basilisk Omelet.
Yeah, that one looked good too.
Okay, now I would not try natural and delicious treasure insect snacks. I want to do that. I want to done that.
Yeah,
the centipede necklace. Nah, want to done that one. But that boiled mimic though, I would have got that. That was straight up lobster.
Oh yeah, that looked like lobster meat too.
Yeah,
that was that one gave Chilchuck a run for his money.
Oh, he did, because he hates mimics apparently.
Because they ate him every opportunity.
every
opportunity.
Ate, blew up. Like, come on, bro. Like, you got PTSD from mimics. What's another good one? I was hoping for some dragon meat, and I got it. I got it in episode 12. I was like, as soon as I saw that the red dragon die, I was like, oh, that's some meat right there. Please cook that. I want to see how that looks.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got that. So Delicious in Dungeon is a very good anime for sure. A lot of funny elements in it. What was the funniest element for you? Like, what was one of the funniest episodes for you?
Not Kafka, sorry. I was gonna say Laios reminds me of Kafka.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of in his manner, just how he is, like his nature.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely when he gets super geeked for literally every time they defeat a new monster, he's like, but can we eat it?
Oh, he's ready. He primed and ready. He's
like when like they defeated the living armors, he was like, but is it edible? They were like, you wouldn't want to eat like actual armor. And then because he was so determined,
mm-hmm.
he realized, oh, this is actually like a mollusk. So yes, we can eat it.
Chill life.
Where there is a will, there is a way.
Exactly. Chill life. You want to eat armor, eat your own. Like you wearing it.
Yep.
Go try that. And since you're like, of course not. You can't eat armor. Why would you do that? It's like, it's so. I thought Cinchi was going to co-sign.
Wait, there. I don't think you're to this part when he does his animal impressions.
No, I'm not there yet. But Cinchi does animal impressions.
No, Laios does, and top notch. Gets so into it. It's hilarious.
Okay. And now, not for nothing though, Laios is very talented as a fighter, and he's great with the sword. He has vast knowledge of like different like monsters and weak points. He did mention something about use of magic too. I don't know, but I never seen him use magic. But I think he mentioned to
Fallon taught him basics.
Okay.
Taught him the basics. He doesn't really. You'll see what happens after episode 12.
Okay. Because so I guess when Fallon got revived, she got new abilities. Because I noticed when Cinchi again, where did he go? Oh, he's probably going to, cook some food. And Fallon, I'll just walk by him. He's like, oh, he about to cook food in. Wait,
Is he by the
he's starting
dragon?
a fire? it is. It is running through. Sichi, look here. Sichi is going to cook. Okay, this man is going to cook wherever he goes.
I love the fan service they include for Senshi specifically. He always be upside down showing his little booty. He's the best part. I'm like, oh, look at that little dwarf booty. Okay.
See, you know what's funny? It's all over like different anime fan pages and stuff like that. And I'm like, where is this from? And apparently it's from, Delicious in Dungeon, but that animantine pot, that thing is going to get hot. All right. Like if there's food around, there's monsters around, it's going to get cooked. Like every chance it get. And Miles like, what are you doing? Don't hit that fire, bro. Like right next to the dragon. Like dude specifically told you, like, do not start a fire next to the red dragon belly. But it's whatever. But I always was curious on how dragon meat tastes though.
I mean, we have modern day dragons if you're really, really curious.
Oh, you mean like Komodo dragon?
No, I was talking about like alligators or crocodile.
Oh, well then, yeah.
Maybe even iguana. But when you think about it, birds are directly descended from dinosaurs. So we've been eating dragon meat all along.
That's true. Dang, fried chicken, huh?
Now I want some chicken.
Doing it this whole time.
I'm about to order some Uber Eats right now.
Now, I had Bojangles or like a few times this week. So I'm actually good on that chicken for right now. But Delicious in Dungeon, and we will be watching more episodes of that and finishing that out. And
for sure,
I really do like that anime for sure. And I know I said it last week, but Animazement was great. Motor City Comic Con was great. Corona Vivo, and I got like a huge haul, so I got like 3 DVD sets. Well, I didn't buy 3 DVD sets, I bought 2, but the third one I have. And 3D DVD sets is not on any streaming service, so I'm just proud of that. I'm taking care of these DVDs, and that's what I'm gonna do. So once I catch up with all the anime that I need to catch up with, then I'm gonna sit down and watch these DVD sets. Because right now
I was sad. I didn't get a lot of stuff. Well, I didn't really get any stuff from the Comic-Con.
Really? Why is that?
It just seemed like it wasn't as robust as it was in years past. They had a really good lineup in terms of like special guests and everything. But let's be real, I'm not about to pay $280 just so I can get somebody to sign a piece of paper.
Did you say $280?
It was some stuff like that. I know they had like, I forgot who they had. Charlie Hunnam.
They had Sting there, and I really wanted a Sting autograph. I really wanted to meet him.
Ron Perl. Well, no, he was supposed to be there, but I think he had a scheduling conflict because he's doing a movie or something. No, they had a really good lineup. I just can't remember all of the people that they had, but I mean, and we were thorough. We walked up and down those aisles until our feet were swollen, and I just didn't see anything that really spoke to me. If anything, I would have gotten another sword, but then I didn't want to be like carrying it around the rest of the con. And so then when we went back towards the beginning, I was like, do I really want this sword?
You do.
And I didn't get it.
You want that sword?
I mean,
what kind of sword was it though?
They had Demon Slayer swords.
Oh.
And I know they had One Piece Zoro swords. I already got Trafalgar Law's sword from last time I went, and I got the full size one, not like the katana version. I got like it's like up to here on me. It's so wonderful. And it's metal, but I can't use it for cosplay. I can only use it for photos because it's metal. I can't bring it into a con. So
yeah, you don't want to stab anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to probably go back and look because we were only there for a hot second. In terms at the sword stall, and then we found another sword stall, but they were like foam / wooden swords, but the quality wasn't that great. Like the detail, it looked like they were foam or wooden. So, I did get some of those cards you told me, the Disney ones. I only got one pack though because listen, I was ready to buy my little starter pack and everything.
Oh, don't get the starter pack.
Okay.
Don't get the boosters. Get the booster packs.
Booster,
One of like $6 packs.
Yeah.
And yeah, get those because starter packs don't have anything of value in it to my knowledge.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
Well, I guess that was luck on my side then. But basically because there were so many people there and they didn't really have great Wi-Fi. Half the people or vendors' Wi-Fi connections weren't working. And so I got up to there and was trying to buy, and they were like, we're only taking cash. And I was like, I literally have to leave like now. And they were like, well, you can go all the way over there to the ATM. And I was like, I don't have time to do that. Let me see if I have like $10 on me. So I only had $6, but it's fine. Next time I go there, I will remember to actually bring cash money. For the 99 and 2000. But they had a lot of good cosplays there. Did run into some people that definitely should have showered before they came.
Listen, Boogie Blends has said this, man. You know, he called it, 2 weeks ago? He said monkey butt. That's what he said. And he logged off. This was a live show too. He just said it and he just got off the feed. It was like the end of the show. I said, you got anything left for the listeners out there? He was like, yeah, monkey butt. And
listen,
logged off.
I need people just to wash themselves. If washing yourself is too much, you can get some scented baby wipes and wipe yourself down. And please use deodorant. Also, if your hair is greasy, I could oil a skillet with it. That probably means you should probably wash your hair.
Listen, man, I don't understand how hard is it to, when you're going to a location where there are thousands of people and it's like a multi-day convention, like 3 days. Like, how hard you staying at a hotel? You are literally staying at a hotel. You got shampoo, shower gels, body washes. If you ain't bringing your own, they already got it at the hotel. You mean to tell me you just skipped right by that joint and decide, hey, y'all, I'm gonna just pop up in a huge populace and spread this onion smell around the hallway to further the stereotype. So,
I couldn't. Like, there were a couple I walked by. I was like, what the hell is that?
What is? I'm telling you, man.
Because I was like, is that me? I know that's not me because I took a thorough shower and I lathered myself up.
It make you check yourself. Now, I will say, thankfully, and amazement though, I can say this in confidence. Me personally, I didn't run across that weekend. I didn't. I was surprised. I did not run across that this weekend. And typically I go to Raleigh Galaxy Con, but I wouldn't be able to make it. But I would say this though, like, next con that we're able to go to, I'm telling you, if I smell that onion smell, I'm like, no, bro, I'm gonna pull that person to the side, like, yo, you smell like onions, fam. You need to go leave right now. Everybody smells that, and I ain't trying to embarrass you, cuz, but you might want to go to the hotel real quick and wipe that off, dog. Yeah, but my mom got people. Well, see, mom pick you up, man, because you.
Listen, I will dress up as the Axe body spray fairy, and I will run through the con, and I'll just be like with my little Axe aerosol.
Listen, I wouldn't say it has been done, but there was a guy that had a gas mask on, and he had like the sash strap with every brand of deodorant like going across his body, and he had like Febreze spray like this right here. He was going off. Oh,
did I send you that picture? We found a Hell Divers cosplay group.
Did you? I found one too. I found one in Animation. It was a group of them.
No, I gotta send it to you because I specifically got a picture so I could send it to you.
And speaking of Helldivers, right? There's a portal that's open right now on Helldivers, and something is going to come through it. Now you can go on the game right now. You can see it where we supposed to completely wipe this planet off the face of the earth. We created a black hole, a portal where something going to come through. So another race of creature to fight. So
well, I will definitely be saving the galaxy with Destiny tomorrow. So
yeah.
We're gonna see how it is. Apparently there's a new class called Prismatic. I don't know what it's called. We're gonna find out though. It better be cool. If it's not cool, I'm gonna be really mad because I spent $100 to buy the new expansion and the annual pass.
And this is supposed to be it, right? This is supposed to be like the end game for Destiny 2, right?
I guess. I'm just glad they brought Cade back. That's all I care about.
Hey man, listen.
When they killed him off, I was like, I think that's when it started really going downhill.
Oh snap! I'm seeing the picture. Yo, that's fighting for democracy right there.
And then,
you know what's funny? Ellie can make that. Thread Magnet cosplay. She can actually make that outfit. I asked her. I said, "Can you make that?" She was like, "Yep, I can do that."
I'm gonna have to. Yep. And here's 2 more.
And while you're doing that, we're gonna jump right into some Go Loser Ranger. It seems like some business has picked up in the last 2 episodes. So, Vivo, how do you feel? Episode 7 and 8.
I will say mildly more interested than I was last time we watched it.
What level of mildly were we talking?
On a scale of 1 to 5.
Yeah.
A 2.5.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? That's better than that's better than
maybe a 3.
Okay. So 7 picks off. They're still doing their exams, and the most alarming thing is Double X. She gets out, and she's found by one of the Blue Rangers.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, she was found by one of the Blue Rangers, and Lord Petroda pulls up because she lets off a beacon because she's impatient and whatnot because she's ready to kill all of the Dragon Keepers, and he pulls up, and it looks suspiciously like the being that went on a murder spree, and he instantly killed that Blue Ranger, shot him in his side, and it came out the other end. I was like,
I was like, wow.
I said, okay. He's like, yes, you called me. What's up? And he was like, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. He's like, oh, so you ungrateful? And she was like, no, I ain't ungrateful. I'm gonna prostrate myself before you.
First of all, what the hell is he doing in their facility? That's what I want to know. Where did he come from?
True, but where is he coming from? But I think he just came from another location. I don't think he was actually in the building. He just responding to a beacon. But
she went and was like banging on some clanking on some kind of a drain or something, I thought. But the thing is like, if their facility is actually locked down, how the hell did he get in without sending up full alert to all the Dragon Keepers? How did the main Dragon Keepers not know that he got in?
That's true. Now, are you saying that he's one of the, I wouldn't say Dragon Keepers, but he been in the building this whole time?
Maybe. I mean, maybe he has the ability to disguise himself, but I feel like with how he is, he wouldn't. I feel like that would be something beneath him.
That's true. And
he's also very he's a very religious based. Well, I don't want to say religion. Well, yeah. Like his thing. It's like he feels like he's purifying the heretics. That's what I get from his character. And the heretics are everything. Anybody who are not monsters.
Yeah. He's equivalent to the villagers killing Dracula's wife in the middle of the town type.
Yeah, we know how that worked out for them.
Yeah, it didn't work out at all. So But in the meantime, as all this chaos is going on, D is teaming up with some of the other Rangers and getting these keys for the exam. So clearly, between episode 7 and 8, they are going to cross paths at some point. And what does that mean for D? Because X is actually concerned about D. Like, D, you need to get up out of here. Like, she's like, having that inner monologue and stuff like that. So, and we also learned something about Shion. Like, Shion had a brother that got killed by one of these bosses.
I think it was Patrol, whatever his name is.
Yeah, so it was him.
I think so.
So he was the one that did it. Oh, damn. Okay, that makes it.
Because he said that his brother was killed 4 years ago.
Okay.
D is under the impression that all the bosses died 13 years ago. The only boss that we know is still in existence is what's his face. So it had to be him.
And that's the same guy that killed. His name escapes me right now.
Sakurama.
Yeah, that killed
his parents.
Yeah, so that makes sense now. So Shion is on a quest to do that, but also he wanted to take down the Dragon Keepers as well. And that makes it even a bigger plot then, because D was like, wait a minute, you saying bosses still exist 4 years ago, and to my knowledge, they didn't exist way longer than that. So is there some type of deal being made between that boss and the Dragon Keepers? Because notice, so far, anytime like a Dragon Keeper is mentioned or Patrota is mentioned, a Dragon Keeper is nowhere around like that. And then when Patrota is not there, then the Dragon Keepers show up. So is there any kind of relationship, you think, between those two?
I don't know. Because if that's the case, then why is he killing other random Dragon Keeper candidates he comes across? Unless he's thinning out the herd for the main Dragon Keepers.
Yeah, could be. Mm-hmm. Or the original Dragon Keepers don't want to be replaced. So anybody with any kind of talent, go ahead and take care of them. Because they can get replaced. Someone can grow talent to get more powerful than them at some point. But during this exam, though, D actually revealed himself to one of the other candidates, and
was it Karabe?
Yeah, like Ramaru. I think that's his name, like Ramaru.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he said, no matter what kind of guy he is, I will help him. And so, like, he got a vendetta against the Dragon Keepers. Like, Shion, to me, got a bigger axe to crime because he told the Red Dragon Keeper, and the Red Dragon Keeper just shrugged it off. And I forgot what he said to him, like face to face, but it's one of them situations where yeah, I'm gonna have to kill this guy off.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know with this. I need more Dragon Keepers to do menacing things. But the fact that the boss is there, it picks up the action just a little bit. And hopefully we get to see more action from the Dragon Keepers. Now, I did see Azome with her, divine artifact, and she used it, and she actually damaged Patrota, even though she got damaged too. But
not as much as he did.
Yeah, but he got an arm shot off, and I mean, he was decapitating folks. Just shooting their head off. But we'll see. It picked up just a little bit. We're starting to question some of your choices, but it's whatever. I'm just saying.
Do I want ramen or do I want a sushi roll and dumplings and miso soup? I should get the sushi rolls because I feel like those will be more filling for me than ramen.
Yeah. Go with the sushi rolls.
I'm sorry, we talked about Delicious in Dungeon. I told you I was about to order. So.
Hey, see, that's two anime we have watched. Like, okay, Bartender makes you want snacks. Delicious in Dungeon makes you want food. So, man, I really do want. I'm hungry too. I'll make me a sandwich when I get off this. I'll make me a sandwich.
Kaiju number 8.
Yes, and we're going with Kaiju number 8 on the last 2 episodes because we didn't have a show last week. We're definitely going to talk about Kaiju number 8. How did you feel about Kaiju number 8?
Listen, Kafka cut it real close right there in his face off with Hoshina. Good lord.
Yeah. He was, listen.
But Ichikawa, we were pleasantly surprised. Nobody that we liked died. So yay for that.
Yes.
They came real close though.
Dangerously close.
Ichikawa managed to hold his own long enough for Kafka to get there. I'm so glad that he did. But yeah, that Kaiju number 9 was real confused.
Yeah. Dumbfounded, flabbergasted.
Multiple times.
Yeah. He was like, oh, I could just wait, what? There's a lot of wait whats. That was
He was like, huh? I can't regenerate fast enough.
He's like, this is confusion. I must escape. Wait, what? I cannot escape?
He was like, you're not that strong. And then Kafka like opened up the jets on the back of his arm. I was like, that is an underestimation on your part, buddy. It was good. Those 2 episodes were really good.
It was. Kafka was like this close of taking out Kaiju number 9. And if it wasn't for the defense force showing up and the vice captain pulling up on him, and vice captain was aiming for blood, he was like, oh, I found Kaiju number 8. But don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm about to show you something real quick. He said, wait a minute. I know I cut you a few times, but that's all right.
Also, it was interesting too, because we saw Kafka get his limbs cut off at least twice, and he just regenerated them like that. And I'm like, I didn't know you had the ability to do that. So how? Because remember when they were in the exam and he broke his leg, but then he went into his kaiju form and he was fine. But then when he went out of his kaiju form, he was in the hospital for a broken leg.
You know what? I missed that. I didn't pay attention to that. That makes sense.
But then in this last fight, he lost this part. He got an arm cut off. I'm pretty sure he got a leg cut off too.
Yes.
And he just regenerated it like that. But he said that it took a lot of his stamina. But the thing is, and like, well, what's happening to where's your human body? Like, it's not actually encased. Like, do you actually? Does it morph? I'm confused because like you have the ability to show your human face while you're still in kaiju form. So I don't know. Yeah. I would be very interested to understand the anatomy of what's going on. I'm just glad that he's like not horribly dismembered because
Hoshino was doing work. He was doing work. He was aiming for. As soon as he saw that cord, he was
was like 92% synchronization rate. I was like, you said you weren't on the same level as Mina, but you're just 4% behind her. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He's doing some hiding right here with like Kenpachi. Yep. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and immediately release these shackles, please.
He is gonna figure it out. He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna put 2 and 2 together at some point. He'll be the first.
I feel like this. I feel like Hoshina is very in tune with his thoughts and he's very inquisitive. But he also took notice on this guy could have finished me off. All he did was disarm me. But then at the same time, he's training and he's doing mental simulations on his fight with Kafka. But he's not going to dismiss that though. He's not going to let that mess with his keen senses. It's like, listen, push come to shove, I'm gonna kill him. But I feel like if Kafka could have told someone of high ranking who he truly is, I feel like Hoshina will be the one to tell. Because Hoshina has some level of understanding of what's going on. Like,
he'd probably be super interested in it.
Exactly. Like, oh, Let me cut you one right quick. Let me see what's up. You know,
He's like, I want to try something. Come here.
yeah.
See how long you could last.
And also, as he was fighting Hashina, why he didn't speak? Why he didn't say, whoa, stop? Why he didn't say that? Like during that whole fight, I was like, why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you say anything? The perfect time to say something is when you disarmed him, and you would have said, "Listen, I'm not looking to eat humans. I'm looking to protect them," or something like that. And then he would have disappeared. Like, what stopped him from actually doing that?
Maybe he didn't want to give himself away.
True, but he don't sound the same though. Like when he's in kaiju form, unless the only way he does if he called Ichikawa by his name and he was like, "Yo, it's me."
Yeah, but he has mannerisms, and I think Hoshina would pick up on them.
Okay.
Like, remember when they were fighting, Hoshina picked up, he was like, why is he's not fighting like a kaiju, he's fighting like a human.
Yeah.
He would pick up on it.
True. Well,
also, the thing was that, you know, in his conversation with Ichikawa and Kikaru, they both told him, absolutely do not reveal yourself, because if they don't kill you outright, they're going to make an experiment of you.
Yeah.
So he was probably like, I'm not going to say anything right at this point in time.
I mean, that's true. I mean, Mina could be the other. I mean, Mina will be the perfect person to tell, even though she has her set duties. You know, that interaction between them two, she was like, listen, at this rate, you're not going to be beside me. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be beside you, Mina. He's like, oh, well, by the way, it's Captain. And that's 50 push-ups, by the way. Like, nah, you're going to address me by my... like I know you.
But she smiled. She was happy.
Yeah. She love him. But it's like don't take my kindness for weakness, sir. Address me by my rank. 50 push-ups in this office right now. So but I am interested in this other Daikaiju though. You caught that? The red one?
Wait, what? Oh yeah. He looks cool. He looks like a dragon. I want to see him. I want to see what happens.
He's just like sitting like this right here, just riding on a flying kaiju.
I was like, ooh, it's about to pop off.
Okay. But I feel like Kaiju number 9 is gonna stick around for a while.
I feel like Kaiju number 9 is working in concert with other people or other kaiju.
Oh, he is, like, for sure. What's funny about it is that I did read some of the manga, and again, that's where I ended it at. Was I didn't end it at the point where there was another kaiju that was like floating around, but I ended it at that point of, you know, Kafka defeating Kaiju number 9, and he escapes because of the defense force, and that's where I pretty much stopped at. So I think I'm instinctively reading a few chapters ahead and then stopping on purpose, and then like keeping it going. But episode 7 and 8 was a little bit more on a serious tone. But I did like Hoshina, like seeing him in action because he was ready to ride. Like, yeah. Like next time I see him, I'm not holding back.
Yep.
He's like, well, he said skill 5. I'm gonna use skill 6 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. He was like release limiter. I was like, what? What does that mean? And then his muscles bulge. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
He means business.
Okay. He said, next time I'm gonna use skill 6. And you're like, I just test his strength, but I'm a freaking annihilate him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill him on sight. And he saw that, saw his eyes.
Kafka and Hoshina and Ichikawa are my favorite.
Yes. Ichikawa did some work now. He did some work. Like he showed his potential. I mean, yeah, it was a moot point, but he was able to take that Daikaiju apart, number 9 apart. Even though it didn't kill him, you saw what his abilities were. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. Let's see who else he reveals it to. But I don't think
he almost accidentally revealed it to Iharu, but Iharu is so dense. He's like, "Why are you thanking him? Why are you thanking the old man?" And then he was like, "Yeah, Kaiju number 8 was pretty freaking cool." And then Kafka's over there blushing, and he looked at him. He's like, "Why are you blushing?" then Kikaru was punching him in his side, like, stop.
Yeah, you're like eating the side like.
Well, Miharu was pretty perceptive too. He just doesn't have the extra brain cells to put 2 and 2 together. But I'm sure he's going to find out eventually. There's
always a character that's going to be like be on the money, but not on the money.
Yes, and that is him.
That's definitely him. He's probably going to be the last to know. Probably like the very last episode of the series. Like, yeah, he was Kaiju No. 8 the whole time. Yeah, I knew that the whole time. Bullshit, you did. So, Pajega Geek Corner, that is our show for today. And we will be back tomorrow. Myself and Alvin Staley, man. A couple pro wrestling developments that came across that. Y'all saw the schedule on our Instagram and on our Facebook Geek Corner. And I will be posting the rest of the schedule on our Twitter. And so we got a show on Tuesday and Thursday. One with boy Alvin Staley and the other one with Boogie Blends. And we'll be back next Monday, myself and Vivo, with some more anime recap, man. Listen, I know you voted on Go Go Loser Ranger, but we're giving you one more episode. We're giving you one more episode. See if it picks up. If it don't pick up, then we keeping Kaiju No. 8.
Bites the dust.
Yep, another one bites the dust. You know, gotta get. How many episodes we gave it? 8 episodes. So we gave it, you know, we're going to do one more and see how that fares. And then we're going to go from there. But you got anything else for the listeners out there? Vivo?
No, I'm hungry and I'm excited for my food to get here. Go watch Delicious and Dungeon. It'll make you hungry too. Guaranteed.
Yeah, please don't watch that hungry. I guarantee you. Don't do that to yourself. That's like buying crab legs in the grocery store. You didn't eat anything all day long, and you got to cook them.
Crab legs sounds real good right now.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Red Lobster supposedly is declaring bankruptcy, or maybe I'm making that up?
No, they did. They did. It was some kind of Flavor Flav posted something on Twitter, and he bought every item on the menu in Red Lobster. I guess, you know, trying to support Red Lobster, but I think there was some kind of wheeling and dealing with Red Lobster and buying land, and I got to get the full story on it. But there's some shiesty happenings that's going on, not on Red Lobster's part, but on the other party's part, and that's causing the filing for bankruptcy and all that other stuff. So there's some shady dealings going on. So the cheddar biscuits might not be no more, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But yeah, that's our show for today. Hope you guys enjoy. So until tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Peace.